Hi, you're on the Bible Forum. I'm Warren Sprouse. I want to point you toward the signs of the times and talk to you about censorship. Cumulus Media, which employs some of the most popular right-leaning talk radio hosts in the country, has told its on-air personalities to stop suggesting that the election was stolen from President Donald Trump, or else face termination. A Cumulus executive issued the directive last Wednesday. That's the day Congress met to certify Joe Biden's election victory. And that was the day an angry mob of Trump supporters marched on the Capitol, overwhelmed police, and briefly occupied the building, terrorizing lawmakers leading up to the deaths, the shooting of 5 people, the death of 1. The memo? Quote, "We need to help induce national calm now." Brian Phillips, Executive Vice President or Content for Cumulus, wrote in the memo, which was first reported by Inside Music Media. Cumulus and its program syndication arm Westwood One, quote, "will not tolerate any suggestion that the election has not ended. The election has been resolved, and there are no alternative acceptable paths." End of quote. Oh, it adds, if you transgress this policy, you can expect to separate from the company immediately. Rather than a medium of free-thinking individuals expressing passionately held beliefs in a country that prides itself on free speech, the memo reminds that hosts are subject to corporate mandates and control. Michael Harrison, publisher of Talkers Magazine, which covers talk radio, said it's naive not to recognize that a corporate imperative goes into all media. Corporations have always called the tune, ultimately. Everyone pays attention to the guys at the top, and they always have. Talk radio host Harrison said never expected their critiques of the election to get out of hand in the manner seen this past Wednesday. Cumulus and other broadcast companies recognize they're in the hot seat right now because the national eye is on them. Asked how hosts who have repeatedly promoted Trump's claims of fraud can now credibly flip to acceptance, Harrison said, "I would hope they put their personal feelings aside and come clean with their listeners. I encourage them to pursue the truth and to tell their audience something that Trump may not like." Will this work? Will all Cumulus broadcasters go along? I think you know the answer to that question. It's no. You can look for several big-name shows to find new homes. Rush is not on Cumulus. I think he used to be. I used to be. And his show was on our station. But I don't know for sure. Mark Levin says he's going to change what he's been saying and doing. No, he didn't. He said he's not going to change. And these other guys and gals, they're not going to change either. So where does freedom of speech come into all this? Apparently it comes in right after the bottom line.